They will be working on their communication skills, which includes effective speaking, effective listening, and effective writing. So please stay tuned till the end and vote for the best performer of the day so that you can get a complete understanding of how the meeting functions and what kind of roles we perform to work on our skills. With that, I would like to call upon our Toastmaster of the day who's going to take this meeting forward. In her words, this year for her was filled with. Hi, Dev Kumar. I'm going to mute you. I'm so sorry for that. So, our Toastmaster of the day for her this year was mixed with emotions. Sometimes she's also like me. She got irritated sitting at home and listening to online classes, but also she learned how to love herself more, and that opened the door of 2020 for her in a happy way. I'm so glad for you, Evangeline, because that was my biggest learning too: self-love and self-care. So please put your hands together and welcome to Toastmaster of the day, Evangeline.
Thank you, Presiding Officer Toastmaster Manvi. Every Toastmasters meeting has a theme. The theme is what we discuss about in between the segments and in general. It sets the tone for the entire meeting. When I was asked to pick a theme for today, I realized that this will be the last meeting for this year. Looking back, all of us has to face tough times and hence away are looking forward to good things in a new year. I decided on a theme, play, pause and rewind 2020. How many of you think while writing your exam, I would have just got one more day to study or rewind the day before the exam? Please show the emojis. Well, um, I want you all to imagine your favorite cup is about to slip off from your hand and is about to touch the ground. How cool it would be if you would pause it before it break and catch it. Well, let's start with today's theme, which is all about play, pause, and rewind 2020. Play is where we can take life on at a pace that is fast enough to see things change, but not so fast that we get overwhelmed by the things that happen to us. Press pause on life. We should always pause and take time to examine what's happening to us and how we feel, like examining a still frame of DVD. We can sometimes look at our life and detail and understand what's really going on. When we press pause on life, the process of introspection can be both revealing but also calming. Rewind. There are two reasons people think of rewind. Firstly, everyone has happy memories in their life, which they want to relive again. Rewinding life and living the moment would bring double happiness and satisfaction of life. Second one is rewinding life gives us an opportunity to correct the past mistake and which made our current life miserable. With the theme now being placed, it's time to get started. Every Toastmaster meeting follows a certain structure. Because this meeting is supposed to show us what an actual meeting looks like, we follow it today too. Every meeting consists of three parts. First one is prepared speeches. Prepared speech is a segment where speakers are given the topic on which they have to speak beforehand and then they present it to us during the meeting. Table topic. Table topic is a Table topic is where a table topic master give a speaker their topic on spot. They have to speak it for 1 to 2 minutes. Third one is evaluation. Evaluation is the most important and informative session where every speaker and every role taker is given constructive feedback of their performance. In today's meeting, so it will work on. Towards the end of the meeting, there will be a voting session where you get a where you get to choose a best speaker and role taker of today's meeting. So stay tuned for that. Let's now meet the evaluation team for today's meeting. I would like to call our general evaluator for today. From writing 3 hours a day for internship and just switching tabs and being there, to hosting event and running around the campus in blazer, to doing that in pajamas. This year started in a different dimension and is ending in a whole new one. So let's welcome our general evaluator for today is Nishant to tell us more about evaluation and introduce his tag team.
Thanks so much, Evangeline, for that lovely introduction. So my role as a general evaluator is quite a difficult one because it has already begun right from the moment the meeting was started, right from the moment everyone came online and switched on their mics. So my role is to take note of every tiny bit, every happening of the meeting, and give a feedback to each and every role taker. Why do we need evaluation? Because without evaluation, without a feedback loop, our life is like an aimless horse. It just keeps running around until unless someone stops you and says where you're going wrong and how could you do it better. That is why we have evaluation. So to assist me in this process, I have a team called Tag Team, which will provide some useful information that will help you better your speech and your performance as communicator. So to introduce my tag team, I have the timer of the day. He aspires to learn theology. He adores chocolates, races, and M&Ms, and dreams to become an ethical hacker whilst being a social worker. Let us welcome Abraham, the timer of the day, to explain his role to us all. Abraham, the stage is yours.
Hey Toastmasters, good evening. So I'm the timer for the day. So what I'll be doing is I'll be managing the time for everybody. I will be warning you people with 3 cards. So the first one is the green card, which shows that you guys have crossed the limit a bit. The yellow is just before the red card, and the yellow is the intermediate card. By now, you should stop talking. The red card is the final warning, and that is it, after which you're going to be disqualified. So that is my job as a timer. So to be a little more precise, what I'll be doing is for prepared speeches. So the speakers today, this is what they have to follow. 5 to 7 minutes is their time. At 6 minutes, I will be raising the green card. At the 6th minute and the 30th second, I will be raising the yellow. At the 7th minute, I'll be raising the red. By 7th minute and 30th second, they're disqualified. So that's the prepared speeches. The speech evaluators, they have 2 to 3 minutes. By the 2nd minute, I will raise the green, the first warning. By the 2nd minute and the 30th second, I will be raising the yellow. By the 3rd, I'll be raising the red. And by the 3rd minute and the 30th second, they're disqualified. Then we have table topic speakers. So the table topic speakers have to restrict their speaking to 1 or 2 minutes. So keep it short as much as possible. The first minute is green. By the first minute, 30th second, it's yellow. By the 2nd minute, it's red. And by the 2nd minute and the 30th second, it's disqualified. So even if you're really good, you're disqualified if you don't keep the time. So try to keep it low. From experience, I'm saying this. So yeah. And then tag team. The tag team have 2 to 3 minutes to talk, to give their evaluation. So try to keep it less. Try to evaluate, in that given time frame. Same as that. So by the 2nd minute, it's green. By the 2nd minute and the 30th second, it is yellow. By the 3rd minute, it's red. And then we have the general evaluator, and he has 8 to 10 minutes. By the 9th, it's green. By the 9th and the 30th second, it's yellow. By the 10th, it's red. And by the 10th and the 30th second, he's disqualified. So that's about it. Guys, I'll be giving you my report by the end of the meeting. So see you guys do well. I hand over to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Abraham, for that brief or well-structured explanation. Next down the line, we have the R counter for the day. She happens to be one of the best friends I had in college. She is someone who started this year with 1 book and ended up reading a bunch of them. And something that she has learned from this year is books are her best friend. So to give a brief introduction to the R counter, I'd like to welcome Rakshanda. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Nishant. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. You also forgot to tell that I love MVJ a lot. Always wear the MVJ shirt. Coming to my role, basically what I do as the R counter is to count the number of unnecessary sounds or repetitive words that you use when you are speaking on the stage. For example, I just said or or you know, I mean, and so these are filler words that we try to avoid because it affects affects the way we deliver our speech. So at the end of the meeting, I'll be back on the stage and to present my report to you and explain you can maybe change or work on understanding how not to use those filler words. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that explanation, Rakshanda. So next we have the R counter for the day. She's an aspiring machine learning engineer, loves chocolate, a crazy fan of K-pop, and coming to anime characters, Hatake Kakashi is her favorite. R counter for the day, Aparajita, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Nishant, for the lovely introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters and all the fellow guests. As we all know, grammar is the groundwork of clear communication. The better the grammar we have, the clearer our message and the more likelihood of understanding the message, intent, and meaning. As a grammarian for today's meeting, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listen carefully to their language usage. I'll be the one taking note of any misuses of English language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts used in the meeting. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce you all to the word of the day. The word of the day is eclectic. It is an adjective, and the meaning of the word is comprised of a variety of styles. An example of using this word is the restaurant's menu was eclectic and included foods from a number of ethnic groups and cultures. Well, I encourage everyone to use this word of the day as many times as possible. And also when someone uses the word, please give a thumbs up. You can give a thumbs up on the video or you can use the emojis on the Zoom available. I will return back at the end of the meeting and give the grammarian report and the word of the day report. That's all for the grammarian's role. Over to you, General Evaluator Nishant.
Thank you, Aparajita. So, as mentioned, I'll be back with my evaluation report at the end of the session. So until then, everyone enjoy the session. I'll meet you back later. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Evangeline.
Thank you for that, General Evaluator Nishant. Now let's get started with the first segment, which is prepared speeches. Before introducing our first speaker, I would like to call upon Evaluator 1. She calls herself as just a lazy average girl who can avoid assignments and work creatively, like hyper-focusing on projects like staring at the wall, staring at the fan, and staring at the people. Hiba, to read out the speak objectives for our first speaker. Over to you, Hiba.
Thank you for the lovely introduction, Evangeline. So today the first speaker will be attempting the level 1 project 2. The purpose of the speech is for the member to demonstrate that they have applied the feedback received from their first speech. Timer, please note that the time limit for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes with a buffer time of 30 seconds.
Thank you, Hiba, for giving the guidelines for the speaker. Our first speaker for today is, she loves to read and very much interested in cooking also. A player of handball and table tennis. In her spare time, she enjoys to play chess. Dharani, the success does not follow the time. The success does not follow the time. Dharani. Over to you, Dharani. Over to you, Dharani.
Yeah, Evangeline, she got disconnected. She just joined. She'll be on the stage in a minute.
Okay.
Dharani, are you there? Dharani, are you there?
Good evening, Toastmasters. I'm Dharani, third year student of this department. Just raise your hand if you ever dreamt to be as an entrepreneur. Just thumbs up symbol.
I guess she got disconnected again. Evangeline, let's move on to the next speaker. Meanwhile, Dharani connects.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before introducing our second speaker, I would like to call upon Evaluator 2. She likes to binge watching movies, jovial person, and won't just grow as a person in life. Music is her key to happiness and sorrow. And she loves pizza. Amrit Preet to read out the speech objective for our second speaker. Over to you, Amrit Preet.
Good evening, everyone. The speaker is attempting a level 1 project 2. The purpose of the speech is for the member to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from his or her first speech. Timer, please note that the time limit for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes and the buffer time of 30 seconds. So I would just like to say all the best, Lavanya. Do your best.
Thank you, Amrit Preet, for your guidelines for the speaker. Now, moving on to our second speaker. Our second speaker for today is which reader is her superpower. Her last read, If Tomorrow Comes by Sydney Sheldon, left her wanted to become an con artist. Lavanya, the instant gratification monkey. The instant gratification monkey, Lavanya. Over to you, Lavanya.
Thank you, Evangeline. So, how many of us are guilty of procrastinating in our daily work? Can you react with an emoji? Okay. So, you guys will enjoy the speech and you know what I mean.
Lavanya, I'm sorry to interrupt you. We can't see you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Give me a minute. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Go on.
In one of those random YouTube spirals, I stumbled upon this TED Talk by Tim Urban. And having always been curious about knowing the science behind our actions and emotions, I clicked away and watched with full attention as Tim spoke about a habit that I'm fully aware of. The TED Talk was titled Inside the Mind of a Master Procrastinator. And this speech is about my experiences with procrastination and some of my learnings over the years. To people who begin work on a month-long project the day it is announced, watching somebody try and explain why they procrastinate may seem absurd. And on days when I'm not chasing a deadline myself, I share the same feeling. So I've always been curious to try and understand why my brain wants me to put off work that sometimes I even look forward to doing. Although I did fairly well in school, I am guilty of putting off studying for an exam or writing an assignment until just the nights before. And in college, these habits stuck. But I slowly started recognizing a pattern here and tried to overcome this. And with that comes in watching endless videos on YouTube trying to decode a path for you to help you not procrastinate the way you're doing now. Psychologists studying this find that there is a very scientific reason as to why this happens. The part of the brain called as the prefrontal cortex wants you to work and keeps a list of the task very similar to your to-do list. But this is not where the problem is. The actual culprit is the amygdala, which is responsible for handling stressful situations. Now, imagine you've just bunked a class in college and you're trying to leave the building when you see the HOD walking right towards you. This is a great example of a stressful situation. And here, your amygdala shuts down the prefrontal cortex because obviously you don't want to be thinking of all the work that is left to be ticked off on your to-do list when you see your HOD. Now, this is the science. Let's take a look at what happens inside my brain when I procrastinate. Suppose I have an assignment to be turned in on Friday, and today is Monday. I could totally finish it in a few hours if I sat at it. But my brain fails to look at it as just another assignment, but instead looks at it as a threat. Looking at a Friday's performance from Monday, my brain is expecting me to give my optimum performance at the task in hand. But there is also this impending fear of failing at it and avoiding to accept failure, which makes it look like a threat. And hence, my prefrontal cortex could shut down from functioning like it should. Also, by putting off a task till Thursday night, any negative outcome on the task can be marked off as something that happened because of lack of time and sufficient effort, and not as an acknowledgement of maybe my limited skills in that field. So, having understood all of this, now the task at hand was to trick my brain to slowly overcome and get to doing tasks the right way. And that brings me to the title of my speech, The Instant Gratification Monkey. It is called so because the functioning of the brain when we procrastinate is so mismanaged. It looks like there is a monkey at the wheel making decisions for me. And this monkey wants to be instantly gratified instead of having to wait for the fruition of the task in order to see some result. Some of the ways in which I work to overcome this include compartmentalization. By splitting a task into smaller tasks and working on them individually, I keep completing a task every now and then, and this keeps the instant gratification monkey happy. Another method that worked well for me is a silly one, but is surely foolproof. It works by setting a task and placing rewards at the end of it, like maybe a game of Among Us or a scoop of ice cream. By making such small efforts and tricking your own brain, overcoming procrastination can be really fun and rewarding as long as we don't put it off for another day. Thank you.
Thank you, Lavanya. It was really a fabulous speech, and I can relate to it. Do we have Dharani?
Let's move to Nischint,
Hello.
Evangeline. Okay, Dharani is here. Dharani is here. Go on, Evangeline. Dharani is here.
Yeah, okay. Dharani, the success does not follow the time. The success does not follow the time. Dharani. Over to you, Dharani.
Thank you, TM Modi. Good evening, Toastmasters, guests, and all my dear participants. I am Dharani, third year student of the department CSE. Tell me, like, how many of you have dreamt to be as an entrepreneur? Just raise a thumbs up or just raise your hands. That's great. Why did we do so? Because we will see and we have seen the some of the entrepreneurs' life, like how difficulties they have faced and they moved on, and how luxuriously they will live their life, and we will take them as an inspiration, and we will dream to be as an entrepreneur. Even I dreamt to be as an entrepreneur. My inspiration is Satyanarayana Nadella. Today, I would like to share the life story of one of the greatest entrepreneurs, Satyanarayana Nadella, Chief Executive Officer, that is CEO of the Microsoft. Satyanarayana Nadella, he was born on August 19, 1967 in Hyderabad. His father, Bukkapura Nadella Yugandhar, was a civil servant, and his mother, Prabhavati Yugandhar, was a professor of the ancient language Sanskrit. He attended the Hyderabad public school. From a young age, he wanted to be a professional cricket player and played in schools, but he realized that his athletic talent was outmatched by his passion for science and technology. So he attended IIT exam but failed to clear that exam. At this point, he had not stopped his journey. He motivated himself like every great person will start with a failure, and a first failure will be a stepping stone for the great success, and he moved on. However, he got into the Birla Institute of Technology and Manipal Institute of Technology. He received his bachelor's in electrical engineering in 1988 from Manipal. He later studied MS in computer science at University of Wisconsin and received his degree in 1990, and also has done his MBA from the University of Chicago, Booth School of Business. When he was giving his interviews for job in 1990s, Microsoft Corp, he stood in front of the whiteboard working for a streams of algorithms, one after the other, showing off his computer science acuity. Nadella initially worked as a Sun Microsoft company that sold computers, software, and information technology services. After quitting the Sun Microsoft, Nadella joined Microsoft as a young engineer in 1992. In 2008, he secured his first executive role as a vice president of Microsoft Center. He was the senior vice president of the research and development for the online service division in 2007 till 2011, and also the president of the server and tools division 2011-2014. 2014, Nadella's life has been changed totally. On February 4th of 2014, Nadella was announced as the CEO of the Microsoft, the third CEO in the company's history, following Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer. Since Nadella became the CEO of the Microsoft, stock has been tripled by 2018 with 27% annual growth rate, largest cloud infrastructure in the world. Into 2018, he was a Time 100 honor, which means a person who recognized as a world changer. In 2019, Nadella was named as a Financial Times Person of the Year and Fortune Magazine Business Person of the Year. In 2020, this year, Nadella was recognized as a global Indian business icon at CNBC TV 18's India Business Leader Award in Mumbai. The rise of Nadella who totally turned Microsoft in just around 5 years and made it more valuable than Apple. Microsoft is one of the leading companies nowadays. In this lockdown, Microsoft helped us to be connected like a Microsoft Teams, OneDrive app, and Microsoft Word, Excel, and so many services has been given by the Microsoft. For the first time in the long time, things are looking up for the Microsoft. Recently, Microsoft became the most valuable company in the world, overtaking Apple for the first time since 2010s. It is clear that Microsoft is on the upswing. And Nadella started his success journey from nowhere to #1 position. And now his only philosophy is about partnering and making sure that Microsoft and services are available wherever the customer, and even if it's not the Windows. This is the only thing what he thinks right now, and he will hope he will achieve that. And I took his life as an inspiration. Hope you all have took this inspiration. And thank you, Toastmasters, for giving me this opportunity. And special thanks for my mentors and Manvi, Nishan, and also the Harsh. Thank you so much. Over to
Thank
you,
you,
Tia Modi.
Dharani. Thank you, Dharani. It was an amazing speech. Before introducing our third speaker, I would like to call upon Evaluator 3. She is final year ECE girl who gets excited when she hears about food and sleep. Lockdown helped her to discover the chef in her. She learned many yummy dishes. I would like to call Divya to read out the speech objectives for our third speaker. Over to you, Divya.
Thank you, Evangeline. Third speaker, Nishtint, is attempting L1 P2 speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. All the best, Nishtint. Over to you, Evangeline.
Thank you, Divya, for giving guidelines for the speaker. Now moving on to our third speaker. Our third speaker for today he's from ECE department second year. He loves drama, acting, and writing small poems. He was a football player in his PUC days. He loves traveling. He calls himself as a coffee addict. He feels Toastmasters was a new journey for him. Nishtint, the value of traveling. The value of traveling. Nishtint. Over to you, Nishtint.
Thank you for that warm intro, Timodi. Yeah. The most valuable lessons in life cannot be taught. They have to be experienced. Good evening, everyone, and my dear guests, and the Toastmasters. How many of you love traveling? Can I see the rise of hands? Yeah, even I'm one of them. Yeah. Some of the episodes in our life keep teaching us something new, something exciting, and something which we need to learn to forward our life or to continue our journey forward in life. There are many episodes in our journey where we are excited but underprepared and lost a lot of things. One of the episodes in my journey is trip to Kota Beach, that is near Kundapura. This was a trip arranged by one of my friends. We were so excited for this trip. We started our trip by the evening. And in Kundapura, there is a restaurant called Shetty Lunch Home. We planned to finish our dinner to taste our favorite dish, ghee roast, but we were out of time. We experienced the same situation in a recent one. I'll relate this story to our recent trip to Dandeli. As we left our hometown by afternoon and reached Dandeli by evening, the plan was to try some simple water activities like zorbing, kayaking, and some water boating, like etc. But all our excitement was flushed down because all the activities was stopped just a few minutes ago. And there I learned my first lesson, that is during my trip, that is we have to always plan and pre-prepare for everything. We should not be late, because if you snooze, you may lose. And some of the best opportunities in life might just walk past us because we don't show up on time. Just how we missed water activities. After all this stuff, we walked through our room, stayed inside the jungle, and we started exploring the area by walking. One of my friends ignited the fire camp, and we all sat around the fire, and that was an wonderful evening with music. And everyone came near the camp, the fire camp, and enjoyed a lot. We might have missed the water activities that day, but I swear the evening was never less fun. And I learned another important lesson there, that is, it's actually important to plan and prepare ahead, but it is also important to just go with the flow. Instead of cribbing what we had or instead of cribbing what we lost, we have to always make use of what we had. We have to learn and let go of the life that we plan in order to enjoy the life that is waiting for us. Soon after, we all finished our dinner and went to our tents, like the rooms which are given for us. The next day, we got ready early and left for the rafting session. There were so many groups for the rafting session. We were of 5 in the second group. They gave an instructor for us. We put on our jackets, we put on our helmets with our GoPro camera. Since I'm the guy who want to experience all the adventures, so I sat on the first row called dips on sitting in the first row. The instructor gave us some basic instructions like how to row forward, how to row backward. And he also said that when you're near to rapid, for those who don't know, it's basically a rocky region where the river flow with all gush. The Kali river flow with all gush. And when we approached rapid, the instructor, he asked us to stop the rowing and get down at that moment. We have to lock our pedals in one hand. In another hand, we have to hold the rope around the boat. That is the life rope around the boat in another hand and just sit down. And he could ask us to row when we crossed the rapid. That was a brilliant experience that I had. Actually, we went Dandeli only for rafting session and we did 15 kilometers of rafting by crossing 9 rapids. At last, with a picture of victory. The rest of the rafting session, the rapids, that was all a brilliant experience. Something everyone has to experience for themselves in order to understand what I mean. After that, we finished some water activities and we visited a crocodile park in Dandeli because as Dandeli is one of the most leading wildlife destination in Western Ghats. We spent a couple of hours there and the people over there, they said that the crocodile will come here to eat the pulp which were released by the paper industry near the park. Soon we went back to our rooms and started packing. Like all good things, even the wonderful trip and the value-filled trip which had come to an end. We went back to our hometown. I had written a slightly newer version of me filled with new experience and valuable lessons. It is such a episodes that make me keep wanting to try new things, meeting new people and going to new places. Because in such episodes, it is that we learn certain lessons that life keep trying to teach every now and then. The important thing, like I would like to say that we have to keep our mind open because we never know what surprises might have in store for us. Thank you, guys. This was my the value of the traveling. I would like to say in my second speech. Thank you, everyone. Over to TM.
Thank you, Nischint. That was a fantastic speech. Today I can see so many lovely guests are there. So can I have 3 volunteers?
Evangeline, you can reveal the task first, then people will be more comfortable coming up.
Okay. I just want to ask your experience of 2020. I will reveal first question. So if you want to ask answer the question, so please unmute your mic. First question is, if you get a chance to choose between pause, play and rewind in 2020, what you would choose and why? Anyone?
I choose rewind.
And why?
This year, it's not the one to experience. Like the previous years were much more better and were very much enjoyable. And I explored a lot in those years. So that's why.
Oh, that's great. Even I would choose rewind because when I was coming from hostel, I did not get anything. I got just only 2 dresses. So I would pack everything and come. So even I would choose the same. Second one thing that you missed the most during this year and loved the most during this year. Can I have anyone?
The thing, hello everyone.
Yeah.
The thing which I missed the most was like I missed my school friends because I didn't have any one of them to enjoy my college days. And one of the things which I liked the most were my new friends from my college.
Oh, that's great. For me, if I missed, I have to say eating pani puri and street food. And I loved the most was I got time to learn car driving. For next question is, tell me one situation of your life where you felt like pausing it. Anyone?
Can I speak? Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Childhood. So there was this a gig at a cafe, and he was actually singing a song, and the song was, it was so relatable and like it was so captivating that I really wish that he could just sing like this for the rest of my life, because in that moment, he sang, he addressed several things in that song that I related a lot to, and yeah, it was such a great moment.
Well, that's so nice. How I relate to it is before the lockdown, when I was in college, I joined 1 month late to the college. So the things were running so fast. It was like fast forward for me. So I really wanted a break into my life. So I felt like pausing it. Now we will go ahead, moving on forward. I would like to introduce our table topic master. Our table topic master for today is he feels like crawling through 2020, one book at a time. I would like to invite table topic master Jobin to take over. Over to you, Jobin.
Thank you for the introduction, TMOD Evangeline. Hello, good evening, everyone. I am Jobin and I will be the table topics master for the day. So most of you attending a Toastmaster session will be wondering what table topics is. Well, in short, it's simply when we loosen up and have some fun. Now, table topics helps members practice the art of improvisation and also helps us think on our feet. This helps us develop 4 vital communication skills: listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering. And an important note, this session is not restricted to members alone. Even the guests can participate. I hope everyone gives this a shot. I may randomly call anyone to participate, or you can volunteer to come up on the stage yourself. Now, the topics that I have prepared for you will hopefully help all of us become better at improvisation. Before we begin, I request the timer to call out the timing guidelines for the table topics round once again.
So the table topic speakers have to speak for 1 minute. That's the first limit, and you can go up to 2 minutes. First minute, I'll be giving you a green card. The first minute, 30 seconds, I'll be giving you a yellow card, and then the second minute, I'll be giving you a red card. So don't exceed 2 minutes. That's it. Do well. By the second and 30th second, I might disqualify you, so keep it less, okay? Good luck.
Thank you, timer. Let me share my screen real quick. Hope everyone can see the screen. Anyone? Okay. So who is brave enough to come first? Thank you, Manvi. So who is brave enough to come first? Take the lead. Anyone?
I can do that.
Okay, who's that?
It's me, Harsh.
Okay, Harsh. So this is your first, this is what you want to do. I'm going to show you a peculiar picture. You have to talk about the picture for a minute or two.
All right.
Ready? Cool.
Yep.
Here it is.
It is not, yeah. Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, you can start now.
So the other day when I was going to my work, I was commuting to work in an early morning with an espresso shot, all dozed up. Right, I was walking there with my coat because it was very cold. All of a sudden, I see a spaceship, a type of UFO, I must say, just came out of nowhere, crashed all of a sudden on the sidewalk, and then there it was. So all of a sudden, everyone were looking behind, and then they were like, "Well, why is it happening? This is a Monday. This shouldn't be happening. We are already going to work. That's in itself very difficult." And then this, we'll have to answer the cops about what happened. We're at the crime scene, and oh God, it was a disaster. And then, to our surprise, from inside the UFO, there were old ladies chit chatting and laughing. At that point in time, I was frustrated. At the same time, I was very angry at them. Dude, you're in a spaceship crashing on a sidewalk and you're laughing and chit chatting. It's bizarre. And but for them, it was kind of eclectic, right? They were in a spaceship going all the way around, crashing on the sidewalk. It was all happening for them. And me, I was just standing there, and you see the guy on the left with a red scarf looking behind with his specs. That's me, guys. That's me. I was just standing there looking at why is this happening to me? And yeah, that's probably it. That explains Monday mornings.
That's great, Harsh. I don't want to spend my Monday mornings with you now. Now, moving on to the next speaker, which will be any one of you. Who will be that brave speaker? Come on up. Someone from the guests. It's fun. There's no pressure. Where else can you talk about grannies in a UFO? Anyone?
I would like to speak.
Okay. Can you state your name?
My name is Ravi Teja.
Okay, Ravi. This next picture is for you.
Okay. Yeah. It's like cool dog getting, we are taking, it's a sunny day and we kept the dog sunglasses and we are taking out for a ride so that it can enjoy its day and have fun. Like it's the most awesome and wonderful looking dog outside. That's all. Thank you.
That was a great attempt. Now moving on, is there someone else who would like to come up? Anyone can have a go. Yeah, approx 60 participants.
Hey, yeah, can I talk?
Okay, can you state your name?
Yeah, so my name is Titif. I'm in first year data science. So about the picture, this is my Labrador dog, Hash. So, you know, because of the Instagram trends and stuff, I was just trying to make him look cool and do some dance and stuff. So I just put on a sunglass on him and took a few pictures. And this is one where he just put up too much attitude on himself and he tried to be a cool dog. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's a great attempt. Actually, I was going to change the slides to another picture, but thanks for jumping in. I have space for one more speaker now. Okay. Next person. Come on up, come on up. Doesn't get better than a dog in sunglasses. or can it? Prove me wrong. Someone from the club, so that the guests can warm up to the situation.
I'll go, Jobin.
Okay,
Rakshanda.
Rakshanda. Here you go. Explain it.
Okay. Since I am the fashionista who wears MVJ shirts every single day of my life, I was called to New York Fashion Week. It was Louis Vuitton, and they asked me to sit right in front. I was expecting great taste from the particular designer that day. So first they started off with the beautiful design couture dresses, and then it started getting even, what do I say, kind of crazy. One woman came with a dress made up of post-its. The other woman came with a dress made up of snakes, so she kind of looked like Medusa. Then came this hanger light holder. She basically looked like a stage within herself. She had the costume, she herself was there, she had all of these lights around her. The lights made her look more pale than Voldemort himself, so it kind of scared me to death. So that's how I decided that fashion is actually a bunch of trash and people just call themselves amazing designers because they can, and decided never to ever go back to Paris Fashion Week without understanding what exactly I'll be saying. Yeah, I think I'm done.
Those are wise life decisions. I respect them. Now, moving on, this is the new segment, and it's called, my laptop getting stuck, 1 minute. It's called Fleeting Moments, actually. So what you have to do is speak on the text displayed on the screen. Now, for one speaker, there will be approx 7 to 8 slides, and each slide will last 15 seconds. You have to spin a coherent story on those slides. For example, the first slide will be a certain word, and the second slide will be another word. You have to make up a story as I show you these slides. It's going to be pretty chill. So if anyone from the guests would like to join, it would be great.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, can you state your name?
My name is Arslan.
Okay, Arslan, here you go.
So I have to say like any sentence.
Yeah, you have to start from this point. The first word is hill station. You have to start here, and every 15 seconds, I'll be changing the word. So you have to spin a story using these words.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay.
So the first word is hill station.
Yes.
So I'm with my friends at a hill station at Manali, and we're just trying to chill out and discover stuff. What we can do here. So we decided to go on a gondola, and as soon as we stepped onto the gondola, there were snow. It started snowing, and it was like the most beautiful moment of my life. Even though I have seen snow before, but this snow was different. But what one of my friends did was he took out Maggie from his backpack and he started eating it, and it was a kind of a war-like situation because everybody was just wanted the Maggie, and they were just fighting for it. And then there was a Ferrari car flying in the air for some reason, and I don't know why it was flying. And what I did was I actually jumped from the gondola and onto the Ferrari car, and suddenly my entrance exam results came out, and my parents, what is this word? Sorry. What I actually noticed that they were actually my parents in the Ferrari car because I had failed in my entrance examination, and they were just coming to me to beat me up. And after that, I realized that the entrance examination is not for me. I'm just a business person, so I decided to start a business. And one of the really great ideas I had at that time was that I really want to hire Bill Gates as my intern. I didn't want an intern at his company. I want to hire Bill Gates as my intern. I don't know why. I feel like I'm just way more cooler than him. And yeah, that's the end. I don't know how it went.
That was really great. That was really great. Now someone found that really fun and would like to participate.
I would like to participate.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. This is?
Ravi Teja.
Okay, Ravi Teja, can I have one more person to come up instead of you because you already had a chance?
Okay.
Is that okay? Okay. Someone else?
I think I will take my chance.
Okay, who's this?
My name is Pratik.
Okay, Pratik. Let me.
Okay, for some weird reason, I had this dream where I was dreaming about my. Okay. For some weird reason, I had a dream where I was dreaming about my school farewell, where I had this cool moments where my juniors started doing crazy stuff and they threw cake on my face for some reason, and we started dancing. We started doing some weird things, and then due to the cake on my face, my friends started laughing at me, and all the teachers and all the guests were also laughing at me. And then for some reason, I felt really bad, and I took a private jet to some other location where I wanted to go, and the location was Rome. So I felt that I felt that roaming in Rome was a very good idea, and then I started to roam in Rome. And for some reason, I did some crazy stuff, which was not very eventful for the police, so they started chasing me. And there was some. Then came this spaceship. It was really weird, and don't know why. And it saved me from that situation, from the police. And the spaceship actually helped me in that situation. And then out of nowhere, I saw dinosaurs moving around. And then I see Transformers 2 moving around with the dinosaurs, which is really weird to imagine. But and I don't know, for some reason my schoolmates started asking about JE coaching, and they all wanted JE coaching, and that is the end.
Now we have one final segment, and it will need 3 volunteers. So if anyone is brave enough now, if you have broken the ice, if you drowned the ice into the sea, if we can have 3 volunteers.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, this is.
I would like to join.
Okay, do we have 3? Okay, this is. Please state your names so I can identify you.
I'm Tirth.
Tirth, first speaker. Second.
Ravi Teja.
Ravi Teja. And we need one more. Who's this?
My name is Arslan.
Arslan. I hope we have 3 volunteers. This is what you will be doing. You have to string a story.
Jobin, I'm sorry. Can I get the names again? Can I get the names again?
It's Tirth. There's Ravi Teja. Sorry. And one more person.
Tirth, Ravi Teja, and Arsalan?
Yeah. Arsalan, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, this is what you're going to do. You three are speakers. You each can speak 3 words at once, and you have to move on, and the other person has to speak 3 more words. You have to do this in a way that it makes up a story. And when either of you think that the story has been completed, you can say stop, and that will be your goal. So I would like to give a note to the timer. Please consider the maximum time to be 2.5 minutes. Okay. You can start with, hey, I am. The first speaker will be Ravi Teja.
Hey, I am Ravi Teja.
Followed by Arsalan.
I love to drink coffee.
And the third, no, only 3 words.
Oh, okay.
In my bag.
So,
Arsalan, go on once again.
Okay, so only 3 words.
Yeah.
I love movies.
Okay, so it has to become a story, all 3 of you speaking together. The third speaker?
And also.
Okay, Ravi Tejas, now continue from there. And you will go on till you make a story and you can say stop.
And also there we visit.
Sorry, I didn't actually hear what the previous person said.
Okay. So this is
Sorry.
how it goes. It's very, very messy when doing it in an online software. So here it is. You have to say 3 words and you have to follow each other after they say the 3 words. The first is Ravi Teja, then it's Arsalan, and then it's the third speaker. I'm so sorry, I forgot your name. So you have to speak in a sequence in a way that becomes a story. And when you think it's become a story, you can say stop.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Ravi Teja, you can start. Hey, I am.
Hey, I am.
Football. I am a football in.
A great stadium.
Yep, I think the third speaker is not able to speak properly. That's okay. We can have we can move on now. Or do we have another speaker come up? Do we have the time for it? Yeah, we seem to have exceeded the time for the table topics. No worries, guys. We have plenty of meetings coming up. So I'll be handing over the dais to the TMOD. Thanks for being such a good sport. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Jobin. Another year has passed us by, and a new year is about to start. Well, when 2020 began, it was just like another calendar year where we are getting used to write 1/1/2020 instead of 1/1/2019. A couple of months passed, and then came the COVID-19, followed by total lockdown. Well, this lockdown has shown us the flip side of life. Like, it has showed us how to value our lives, being more patient, loving and caring one another, and many more things. Now it's time for the most informative segment of the meeting, which is evaluation. I would now like to invite General Evaluator Nishant and his tag team to present us with the evaluation report for the meeting. Over to you, Nishant.
Thank you, Evangeline. So before I submit my report, I would like to hear from the speech evaluators. To begin with, the speech evaluator 1, can we have you on theirs? Hiba?
Yeah, I'm here. Okay, so I'll be evaluating Dharani today. So Dharani, first of all, you did an amazing job. I love the flow of your speech. The way you started off with the audience interaction really caught our attention. You were really comfortable and clearly very passionate about the topic you spoke. And one more thing I loved that you did was the message failure is the stepping stone to success was flawlessly delivered using various examples. Your speech was extremely informative and all the achievements were elaborated very well. The way you highlighted the relevance of this personality's work during the pandemic was done very well. One thing I would like for you to work on is your expression. I would like to take a few examples from your speech. For example, he worked and failed on various algorithms. It could be done as he worked and failed on on various algorithms. He worked tirelessly and failed while creating these algorithms. And one more thing, one more sentence was he finally secured his job as CEO. He finally secured his job as CEO. And one challenge I would like for you to take up is you could add a personal touch. You are clearly very inspired by this personality. You could have spoken about how and what it inspired you to do and how you would implement this inspiration in your life. Overall, very well done. Congratulations on completing your L1P2. Thank you.
Thank you, Hiba. I totally agree with your evaluation. And one more point I'd like to suggest to Dharani is that as a conclusion to your speech, at the end, you can give out like a few key points, like key personality aspects of Satyanarayana, so that speaker, like listeners who are eager to understand the message you're trying to give, if you can briefly summarize it in the end, that would be great. I guess you'll take that up as a challenge for your next speech. Moving on to our second speaker, can we have our second evaluator, Amritpreet, on this virtual dais? Amritpreet? Okay. Moving on to the third evaluator, speech evaluator, Divya.
Yeah, Nishan.
Yeah.
Congrats, Nischint, for your speech. It was wonderful to listen. Your experiences from the trip you went. One of the good usage I liked from your speech was, if you snooze, you may lose. It was nice to hear. And one more way, I mean, it was a way of expressing your instance, the way you experienced all those was great. You took us along with you for the trip. We could visually imagine all those things, the tent, the campfire, and the rafting session you had for the rapids. I have few suggestions for you which you could work on in your next speech. You can add some humor to your speech and little work on your vocal variety and put on some facial expressions so that it will be great, even more great to listen for the speaker, all the audience. You kept the audience engaged by asking questions initially, who loved for traveling and all. And you had wonderful hand gestures. You can little adjust your camera so that your hand gestures are clearly visible. Overall, it was good. Congrats for your completing L1 and P2 speech.
Thank you. Yeah.
Over to you.
Thank you, Divya. Yeah. So I would also like to add a few points. Like, I would like to mention that Nischint, your voice was really good, very solid. It was captivating everyone. The moment you turn on your mic, we were eager to hear your story. Also, one tiny bit of suggestion is you could pace down a little bit so that your story is much clearer, so that we can enjoy the whole scenario that you are trying to picturize there. Your descriptions were very nice. You could be a bit more detailed, like the boat, maybe the color, the size of the boat. You can describe the scenario even better, I feel. So you can give it a try in the next time when you attempt your L1P22. Also, I love the way you used nice words like cribbing and so on. Kudos to you. Well done. Do we have Amritpreet back for the evaluation?
Yeah, she's here. Amrit, you can turn off your camera.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, Amrit. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, sorry for the disturbance. The network is really bad.
Not a problem. You can go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just try to keep it short and sweet because I might get disconnected anytime. Firstly, congratulations, Lavanya, on finishing your L1 P2 speech, and it was really good. The words which you kept were in proper things. Can you guys hear me, or am I gone from the meeting? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So congratulations, Lavanya. It was a really good speech. You really did well, and the words which you put are always placed in the right way, as it are before. I have listened to your first speech too. So I would just like to keep it short and sweet because I might get disconnected anytime. Everything was proper. The way you deliver your speech is always right. The position, the gestures you use. I just, one thing was just I couldn't see your hand movements, but rather all, it wasn't that necessary because your speech did not include that much of expressions at all. Rather, it was fine. And just one thing was that the last time you were into the same, your topic was more similar to procrastinating, and you used again the similar thing of procrastinating in the speech. I thought you could have shared more something bit of your life than procrastinating, and I really loved the terms you used as scientific words of cervix, and let's hope all the best for your next speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Amrit, for that brief evaluation. Also, I'd like to add to the points that she mentioned. Your hand gestures were, I think you were making some hand gestures, but it was not clearly visible due to the camera positioning. Also, you could add some gestures like during the phrase, mind of a procrastinator, you could be like, mind of a procrastinator. That would give a better effect. So if you're pointing to some certain area, some certain gestures, you could be more creative towards it. So that will, encapsulate your, encourage your, like, it will keep your audience engaged. Also, it was a very nice use of, phrases like task at hand, monkey at wheel, and so on. Your pace was really good, and even the pauses were really accurate. So, congratulations to you, Lavanya. Next, moving on to my tag team evaluation reports. Timer Abraham, do you have your report ready?
I could just sum it up. Could you just get to the counter? I will just sum it up and get
sure.
it to you just a second.
Yeah, sure. So we can start with the grammarian. Grammarian Aparajita, do we have your report?
Yeah, so I am back. I'm the grammarian, and I am back with the report for today's meeting. So everyone in the meeting had very good usage of grammar. If we go on to the speeches, I found a few words which were really unique. Words like amygdala and prefrontal cortex, which are totally scientific words, but quite new. The speakers also used a few phrases which I really liked. These are, what surprises might have in store for us. And another one which I really liked is, failure is a stepping stone to success. Also, one of the speakers used the words gratification and compartmentalization, which are also very unique. The other words used during the session, which were new, were peculiar and captivating. A few not so good usage of words were, one of the words failure was pronounced as failure, so it should be pronounced as failure. Another misused word was all have took the inspiration. It should have been all have taken the inspiration. And one of the other speakers also used the phrase the another. So whenever we use another, we don't add the in front of it. It's just another. The word of the day was used by Harsh once. And yeah, that's it for my report. Over to you, General Evaluator Nishant.
Thank you, Aprajita. It was a very scrupulous report you had there. My tiny suggestion to you is you could give a few more examples for the usage of word of the day, so that people are encouraged to use it much more. And also, you could you could emphasize the necessity of using new words, learning new words, and so on, so that there is an importance of your role explained to everyone. Apart from that, your explanation was great. Your report was very meticulous. Great job, Aprajita. So moving on, we'll have the R counter report. Rakshanda, can we have the report?
I'll have to share my screen, Nishant. But before I do that, I just want to take a minute and explain what exactly that I did evaluate on. So I evaluated the entire speeches, whoever spoke, the table topics, everything. So it was based on CRPF. So it's essentially crutch words, that's the C, repetitive words, that's the R, pauses and fillers, that is P and F. So essentially what this means are, these are like common words, or like for right now I'm saying because I'm not able to think on my feet. So we tend to use these words to fill up whatever we're speaking, or when we're trying to figure out what we want to say. And generally they're overlooked. So once somebody tells you, okay, look at it this way, that, you know, you're saying 8 times or 7 times. So we get more aware of that. So that's essentially what I am trying to show you. I'll just share my screen. Can I do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Is it visible, guys?
Yeah, Rakshanda, go ahead.
Okay, so SSA Nishant, he said twice, once, no filler words, but 3 pauses. Presiding officer, she said, that's Manvi, she said twice, twice, use the word so 2 or 3 times. And she did pause 2 times to think. TMOD, the reason why the count is higher is because he's speaking out of turn. So he's just coming up with whatever he wants to speak. So he used 8 times, twice, said, you know, and paused 3 times. Sorry, TMOD is, I'm sorry, Evangeline. Yeah, and the general evaluator also has a higher count. So that's 4 us, 1 and said so and like many times, and 4 pauses. Timer, 1 2 filler words were 10. Our counter, me, I said 100 times, I'm sure of that, and 3 times. Grammarian, she said 6 times, and once, no filler words. Evaluator 1 said 4 times. Speaker 1, that was Dharini, said 4 times, 3 times, and said and a lot. Pauses 3 times. Evaluator 2 said 3 times, once, and filler words was so. Speaker 2 3 times, once, and pauses 1. That was Lavanya. Speaker 3 said once, thrice, I'm sorry, and paused once. Speaker 3 said 4 times, 2 times, and the filler words and, that was Nishchint. Table topics masters, the only one who managed to say once. So kudos to you, Jobin. Harsh said all of the other members are the table topics members that participated. So Harsh said once, twice, and so 2 or 3 times. Ravi Teja said 3 times. I'm sorry, I couldn't get the name of the data science junior. I'm sorry, I couldn't get her name. She said twice. I said three times while I was speaking my table topics. Arslan said 11 times and 4 times. And his filler words were you know, so, and he paused 2 times. Pratik said 6 times, 3 times, and the filler words were some reason, some, and 1. And Tirth said twice. How do I stop this recording? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Lakshmana. Yeah. Moving on, timer Abraham. Do we have the report ready?
Yeah, just a second. Yeah. So you guys did well. So I'll start off with the prepared speeches. So the prepared speeches were well in time. So speaker 1, Dharni, used 6 minutes and 28 seconds. Speaker 2, Lavanya, stood with 5 minutes and 8 seconds. Nischint used 5 minutes and 25 seconds. Their evaluators, Hiba, she used 1 minute and 50 seconds. Evaluator 2 used 1 minute and 41 seconds as Amrit. Evaluator 3, Divya, used 1 minute and 32 seconds. So that's the main chunk of the meet. Going on to the sergeant at arms. So he used 2 minutes and 12 seconds. And then we have the presiding officer, Manvi. She used 6 minutes and 26 seconds. Then we have general evaluator Nishant. He used 5 minutes and 38 seconds. Then going on the tag team, grammarian, she used 1 minute and 6 for her intro and 1 minute and 29 for her evaluation. So totally it's 2.35 cents, 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Our counter, she went a bit she took a little longer for the evaluation. So she took 4 minutes for her evaluation, 4 minutes and 14 seconds, and a 38-second for the introduction. So together it's out of the limits. So that's fine. We can consider like a minute or so because she explained. So we can take that into consideration. Table topics master Jobin, he used 3 minutes and 22 seconds. It was very well done. He knew when to stop because, you know, it was exceeding. So the first section of the table topics meeting, the table topics were the random image. Harsh took 1 minute 44 seconds. Ravi Teja used 27 seconds. I didn't get the table topics 3. I didn't get his speaker's name. He took 24 seconds. Rakshanda used 1 minute 29 seconds. Then we go on to the fleeting scenes, the second part of the table topics. Arslan used 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Table topic speaker 6 was Pratik. He used 1 minute and 51 seconds. And then the third section, string a story, did not work, so I didn't count it. So it's pretty fine. The TMOD, she was pretty fine. She used 10 minutes and 55 seconds. So that's the report. I hand it over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Abraham. So let me start with the TMOD of the day. So Toastmaster of the day. She has done a fabulous job being the Toastmaster of the day with inclusion of the audience. She explained the structure of the session and she distributed her content throughout the meeting. It was a fantastic job, Evangeline. Kudos to you. One tiny suggestion would be you could pace down a little and give some little pauses here and there. That would make your position or your speech wonderful. Next, moving on to Evaluator 1, Hiba. It was an excellent job from your side. You covered all the points. You picked up things from the speech and explained it. One tiny suggestion would be you could gather some more enthusiasm in your face, in your expressions when you're delivering your report. Moving to Amrit, wonderful report you had there. Crisp, covered most of the important points. I understand that you had some network issues. So maybe you can try a better version of your report next time. Great job there. Divya, Evaluator 3, marvelous job. She had good points, but you could have picked up some more situations, some scenarios from the speaker's speech and explain a bit about that. And your enthusiasm level was also a bit down. You could work on that as well the next time you could take up the role. Rest, everything was great, Divya. Moving over to the table topics master, you explained your role pretty well. Your topics were amazing. You took a different approach to the table topics. You picked up different, the fleet of words and all such scenarios you had introduced today. That was great. Try to wrap up your session within time, and if possible, you could explain the scenarios, certain tasks a bit more clear so that it is easier for the participants to understand. Moving to the tag team, timer, your report was meticulous and very precise, but you could pace down a little bit during your explanation, and also try not to instigate fear of disqualification in people. That will discourage people from speaking. So try not to do that. And the R counter report was very diligent. And it is ideal that you explain your role beforehand during the time given initially, so that we can stick to the time limit. And also you could add in suggestions on how to prevent using these filler words, so that they can incorporate that in their speeches or throughout the meeting. And coming to the table topic speakers, speaker 1, Harsh, picked up the detailed aspects of this scene and explained it well, and also good use of words. Due to lack of time, I'm not going to read that out. Moving over to the table topic speaker 2, Ravi Teja. It was very brave of you to come up as the first guest speaker, and congratulations to you. And you had a very great description of the cool dog. That was very nice. Moving over to the third table topic speaker, Titir, a superb job. You linked the dog, the picture to your personal life. You gave it a background story. So my suggestion is, when you try this next time, you can take that story forward. You can build up more on it and take up the entire session of duration of 2 minutes. That will be a challenge for you next time. Table topic speaker 4, Rakshanda, brought in some bits and bits of humor in your speech, and you got really creative with the descriptions you gave about different dresses there. Great job. Table topic speaker 5, Arslan, very spontaneous, quick on your feet, and your imagination is wonderful. Kudos to Jobin again for making that wonderful line of words. Great job there to Jobin as well. And again, one tiny bit of suggestion for Arslan and Pratik as well. Whenever you are doing an impromptu speech, just go with the flow. Don't state that for some reason I don't know. Just state the story as if you have lived that moment. Yeah, I guess that's about it for my evaluation report. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator Nishant. New year, new beginning, new resolution. While the new year is always a time for setting inspiring goals for ourselves, I hope this meeting was filled with positivity and inspired you to start one more beautiful year ahead. I thank you. Over to the presiding officer, TM Manvi.
Thank you so much, Evangeline. I think you did a great job today. I think this calls for a round of applause for Evangeline. You were fabulous. All right. Nishant, can you please release the voting form quickly? Perfect. All the guests in the meeting, please click on that link and vote for the best performer of today that you thought was fabulous.
Actually, there are two links, one for the speaker and one for the...
If you guys are afraid to select and vote for someone, just select the first option of everything.
Oh, your name comes first, right?
Of course.
Can I see a thumbs up if you all are done with the voting?
Yeah, mind you, there are two links, like there are two different voting forms. So make sure you have cast your vote on both the links.
While you guys are voting, I would like to request all the guests who have any questions or any doubts or just want to know more about the club, please stay back after the meeting. Once the meeting is over, we can have a small Q&A session and you guys can ask your questions and we'll just be free. It's just going to be between you and me or you and us people. So there's nothing fear of any sort. It's you talking to me and I'm giving you the answers. So that's going to be just personal Q&A on this session after the meeting ends. So stay back for that as well once the meeting is over.
So I guess most of us are done with the voting. Would any of the guests like to come up and share their experience of the meeting?
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. I'm Aishwarya. I just joined MBJ. I'm in the first year CIC department. Something that I really liked about the meeting was that the evaluators were also being evaluated by the R counter, and the R counter was also evaluated by the timer. So that was really nice. I really liked that. And something that I really liked was the session where a new word was popped up in the slide and you got to make up a story about it. And that was really nice because everybody were like struggling and they were like searching for words like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to speak? So that was really nice. And yeah, and something that I really liked about the evaluators was that they were not so harsh to the contestants. They were like so kind and telling them like, okay, you got to change this or change that. Am I so talking so speed? Am I audible?
Perfect.
Should I slow down or are you able to understand? Should I slow down?
We'll give you your feedback if you come as a Toastmaster.
Hello, sorry?
If you want some feedback on your speech, then you have to come here as a Toastmaster.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Something that I would love or I would benefit from joining Toastmaster is that I used to talk, I used to extend the time. So I usually don't fit in the time. So I have a timer right now. I'm like, is he gonna show me the green card or is he gonna show me the red card now? Because I don't really speak within the time. So that would help me if I join Toastmasters.
Glad. I remember. Join us on March 13th, the day you turn 18.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Manvi.
Thank you so much, Aishwarya. That's right. Yeah. As a Toastmaster, all of these roles that you saw, you could take up anything, right? The prepared speeches segment, the speakers are supposed to prepare a speech and come. So that develops on your storytelling skills, that develops on your writing, that develops on your speech giving skills, which also includes body language, hand gestures, expressions, voice modulation, etc., etc. These are the aspects on which they are evaluated. That is the prepared speeches segment. Then we come to the table topic segment, where a table topic master who was job in today, he gave us topics on the feet. And trust me, 3 years or 4 years from now in your interviews, this is how your interview is going to go. All the questions are going to be back-to-back table topics. They'll give you any situation and you need to know how to handle it under pressure and how to structure your thoughts in 1-2 minutes and make your point. So thinking on your feet is a skill that you develop in table topics segment. And then we come to the evaluation segment where you learn how to give feedback. Like I also said in the orientation that if you want to give feedback to somebody, you can't tell them that you suck or you're just not capable enough or you need to work on it. You need to encourage them. You need to tell them where they're wrong. You also need to tell them how they can improve on it. So this is a skill. The art of giving feedback is what we practice in the evaluation segment. Then coming to the tag team, timer, R-counter, grammarian. When you take up these roles, you are basically putting your listening skills to test. Every single filler word that we use, or all of this, you have to tune your mind to be able to catch all of this when anyone is talking. You also have to catch the wrong usages of grammar, the right usages of grammar. So tag team, whenever anybody takes up a tag role, they are working on their listening skills. And finally, the most tough role in a meeting is the general evaluator, because that person has to give the meeting his 100% attention from the time it begins to the time it ends. And he has to point out every single thing that went wrong or anything that went good. So this sums up a Toastmasters meeting. And these are the skills that we work on. This is how we work on our communication skills. And these roles keep changing. Today, Nishant is a general evaluator. Tomorrow, he'll be a timer. So you can keep taking up roles, any role that you want to, either in MVJC Toastmasters Club or in another Toastmasters Club, like I mentioned in the orientation. So let's move on to the results. Nishant, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So the best speaker would be Nischint. Congratulations to you, Nischint. Moving on to the role takers.
Thank you. Thank you, Nisha.
Yeah. So the best table topic speaker, we have a tie between Harsh and Arslan. So congratulations to both of you. Great job. Best role taker would be Table Topics Master Jobin. Congratulations, Jobin. And the best evaluator would be Hiba. And the best tag team member is R-counter Rakshanda. Great job, everyone. Congratulations to the winners, and it was a really fun and interactive session today. So, Manvi?
Yeah. Okay. Before we leave, we take a picture after every meeting for memories. So can you all please turn on your cameras for just 2 minutes? I'll be very quick. We'll take a quick picture and then we'll have the Q&A segment. Can you all quickly turn on your cameras, please? Aditya Kumar, Bhushan, Kavya, Swarna, Jeev, Realme 3i, Ravi Teja, I don't know. Okay, perfect. Let's go to the first screen. Smile, everyone. Show me some pose. Oh, 1 second. Okay, let's move on to the next screen. No, Ravi Teja, it's fine. Okay, perfect. So with this, I declare the 16th pre-charter meeting closed. If you have any doubts for us, please stay back and we will answer all your queries one by one. Thank you so much, everyone. Great show tonight. Am I audible?
Yeah, Manvi, yeah, you are. Seems like plenty of them are.
Yeah, we'll just wait for 2 minutes. If you guys want to leave, you're at the liberty to leave. Otherwise,